Hello, this is Group 2. I'm Peter. We are going to discuss about impact of poverty on development. Poverty is a state at which one cannot satisfy their basic needs, which are food, shelter, and clothes. Increase in poverty will lead to increase in crimes in the country. This is due to introduction of many poor people into criminal groups, which will promise to offer them some money for their basic needs. Hence, increase in insecurity, causing low development in those areas. Many poor people may end up stealing from other people's properties, so that they can satisfy their basic needs. Due to this, many investors, local, national, and international, will find it difficult to invest in insecure areas. Hence, the rate at which those areas develop will be minimum. Thank you.
My name is Evelyn. I'll be discussing effects of poverty on infrastructure. Infrastructure is the backbone of any country, generating jobs, improving the quality of life for the poor, and boosting the economic growth. The vulnerability of the poor to the economic shocks and natural disasters must be reduced to enhance their well-being and encourage investment in human capital and in high-risk and high-return activities. The poor infrastructure and economy, fewer jobs, lower income due to restructuring of the economy to lower paying jobs. Infrastructure is an important key to the economic development and to achieving higher and stable economic growth. The saving gap in many and lower middle income nations makes financing big capital projects problematic and full of risk, and the result being lack of proper investment. When a community lacks transport infrastructure like roads, means the particular people of that area struggle to get to cities or places where jobs and social networking opportunities, as well as healthcare facilities. This leads to poor living standards to the people. It means that they also unable to contribute to the economic activity of the municipality in which they live, therefore unable to contribute to the national economy. Thank you.
My name is Elizabeth. I'm going to take you through effects of poverty on water and sanitation. This chapter has described possible elements of a contribution by water and sanitation to a national poverty reduction strategy. It has highlighted pathways through which water sanitation services influence poverty status, the chapter has also stressed the importance of understanding exactly how the poor use water and sanitation services, and the fact that among the poor, such use may vary by region, by rural, town, and urban status, by gender, and depth of poverty. This chapter concludes with a recommendation for monitoring and evaluation programs built on heavy participation by the poor themselves. Thank you.
I'm Edwin. I'm going to take you through the effects of poverty on government and public. Number 1 point, you'll get to realize that when poverty strikes the government will reduce the budget expenditure. The number 2, the government will force the citizens to increase the tax, and that will hinder the development of the country. Number 3, we have delays in public economic growth. Number 4, it will force now the government to go for huge loans on other countries. Then the last point that we can talk of now is it will increase the interdependence rate on the government or the other governments. Thank you.
I'm Corid Vincent. I'm taking you through the impact of poverty on agricultural development. Agriculture development is one of the most powerful tools to end extreme poverty. There is a lot of evidence that agriculture can contribute to poverty reduction beyond direct effort on farmers' incomes. Agricultural development can stimulate economic development outside of the agricultural sector and lead to higher job and growth creation. Increased productivity of the agricultural raises farm incomes, increases food supply, reduces food prices, and provide greater employment opportunities in both rural and urban areas. Higher incomes can increase the consumers' demand for the job and services produced in sectors other than agricultural. Agricultural productivity can therefore be seen as a vast and engine of growth leading to a greater income for a country. It is interesting to note that historically no poor countries have reduced poverty only through agriculture, but almost none have achieved it without increasing agricultural productivity in first instances. Agricultural growth is essential to implement the growth in other sectors.
I'm Laura. I'll be taking you through effects of poverty in education development. It reduces child readiness for school because it leads to poor physical harassment. Lack of funds leads to poor quality of education since it's not free. Reduces verbal skills due to lack of exposure. Thank you.
My name is Caleb Karanja, and I'll be talking about impact of poverty in the development. I'm going to talk about the sector of development, which is health. Disease and poor health represent a great burden to affected individuals. Individuals suffering from illness may be weak, unable to work or study, and generally unable to provide for their children and their family. Also, they will be less productive in the society, hence the economy of a country will decrease. As a result, there will be no development. Furthermore, if the youth are affected by health issues in the developing countries, this means there are no good health sectors and they are likely to succumb to the disease. And as we all know, the youth are the most productive people in the society, and if they succumb to health complicated issues, the economy of a country will reduce, hence there will be no development. Thank you.
I am Amcha Trono. I'm going to take you through the impacts of poverty in international development. International development is the pursuit of a better world through the elimination of poverty, discrimination, and injustices. The goal of international development is to provide good health, affordable clean energy, clean water, elimination of hunger, and quality education. Poverty makes it difficult for international development goals to succeed because people will just be working for the basic needs for survival, such as food, water, instead of pursuit of international development matters just like industries and food production. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was group 2, representing about impact of poverty in development. Hope you learn a lot. Thank you.